Coming up next on This Week in Torrance, a new simulation lab at Little Company of Mary hopes to improve medical instruction and treatment.
Plus, new moms celebrate the passing of a California law aimed at supporting their needs. We'll give you all the details.
Then a new and different kind of beauty bar opens here in Torrance. We'll tell you about the unique services offered.
And after months of practice and rehearsing, dancers from all over Torrance gather on stage for the big performance. We'll take you there. These stories and much more are just seconds away.
Your local news starts right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Chun.
And I'm Ben McCain. Thanks for joining us. Here are your top stories. A powerhouse of book smarts, West High took second place in this year's Los Angeles County Academic Decathlon, finishing slightly behind Beverly Hills. It's a little bit of a change since they've won the competition the past 4 years and 7 out of the last 8. But they aren't complaining as they get to advance to the state finals in March. Joining them will be South High that took a 7th place finish. Many may not know this, but the Academic Decathlon is not only for overachievers. Teams consist of 9 players who must represent a range of grade point averages. This means each team has an equal number of A, B, and C students. The tournament consists of multiple choice tests, essay writing, and speeches. The event also awarded Torrance High's history teacher, Jeff Jones, with the Roberta Cordish Coach Award for commitment and dedication. This was the second time he's won this award and was able to help Torrance place 11th overall in the competition. Also finishing within the top 20 was North High with a 15th place finish. That means 4 Torrance area high schools placed within the top 20. Pretty remarkable.
Well, there's good news for commuters traveling to Los Angeles every day. LA is now the first city in the world to synchronize all of its traffic signals. The automated traffic surveillance and control signal synchronization program, which was left in limbo since the 1984 Olympics, is now in effect thanks to Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa, who flipped the switch on a final traffic intersection at South Broadway and Martin Luther King Boulevard. Now, according to officials, the system synchronizes all 4,398 traffic signals in the city and helps decrease commuter travel time and improves the city's air quality. Travel speeds are supposed to increase by 16% and travel times are expected to decrease by 12%. In addition, the intricate network can be utilized by law enforcement and emergency response vehicles to improve efficiency, and it is also expected to dramatically reduce carbon emissions by 1 million metric tons a year due to the less idling at intersections.
Get ready to open your wallets a little wider the next time you need to fill up your car with gas. That's right, prices are on the rise again. The average price of a gallon self-serve regular gasoline has been increasing for more than 3 weeks straight. Most recently, a gallon will run you about $4.29, the highest amount since October of last year. No word on when the prices will fall, but the Automobile Club of Southern California has indicated the increasing prices are the result of reduced supplies caused by low levels of production in Southern California stemming from refinery maintenance.
If you're planning a trip to one of California's favorite amusement parks, you may be disappointed to hear they're no longer offering discounted tickets to Southern California residents. For the last decade, the theme park offered SoCal visitors cheaper deals like the 2-for-1 or park hopper rates during their slower months of January through May. But thanks to the runaway popularity of the new Cars Land attraction, which opened in June of 2012, and other improvements at California Adventure, it looks like the $1 billion investment the Walt Disney Company made in the park is paying off in more than one way.
Wayne Lovelady, owner of Lovelady Hardware and longtime Torrance resident, passed away earlier this month. Wayne was a graduate of Torrance High School and served with the Army's 86th Division during World War II. After the war, he became co-owner of Lovelady Hardware here in Torrance with his brother Vern. When he wasn't working, you could usually find him at the Golden Donut, which was near his home, or fishing on the Colorado River at his vacation home. Lovelady Hardware is still here in Torrance and is in the process of a makeover. Soon it will be known as Ace Torrance Industrial Hardware.
We took over from the Lovelady Hardware, and again, you know, they are a specialist for the nuts and bolts. Of course, we are keeping in that department. Plus, we are bringing in more stuff, more upper grade stuff that would be good for the community.
The store is open during the transition process, and Mr. Damji hopes the community will be pleased with the expanded products that will be offered.
We've been doing this business over about 20 some of years. We have other store in Culver City area, and we are asking the community, please, if they can give us a little opportunity to serve them.
A grand opening is expected sometime in March, and we'll keep you up to date on more specifics when they become available right here on This Week in Torrance.
Health insurance is confusing enough as it is, so you don't want any hidden out-of-network bills showing up when you have to get medical care. Unfortunately, that can happen, and a previous Torrance City councilman is trying to put a stop to it. Senator Ted Lieu is reintroducing a modified bill for increased transparency in hospital billing to Sacramento. Senate Bill 266 will require radiology groups and others to have all of their members enrolled in a particular insurance group to be able to say they are in-network. The goal is to eliminate massive out-of-network bills from their third-party groups that claim to be part of a patient's insurance network, when only a few of the members actually are. Now, a previous version of this bill was defeated by a very powerful industry lobby, according to Lieu, who remains confident of a different outcome this time.
California Governor Jerry Brown issued a proclamation declaring February 19th the Day of Remembrance for the Japanese-American evacuation. This is in remembrance of the executive order President Franklin Roosevelt signed on the same day in 1942. The order set in motion the forced evacuation and incarceration of many thousands of loyal United States citizens simply because of their Japanese ancestry. The nation continues to have a troubled conscience over the thousands of Japanese American citizens that were wrongfully interred in concentration camps without charge and without a fair hearing. In spite of the terrible ordeal of internment, Japanese Americans remain steadfastly loyal to the United States throughout World War II. The proclamation goes on to declare the internment of Japanese Americans should serve as a powerful reminder that in defending this nation and its ideals, we must do so faithfully in courtrooms and public squares of this country as upon the battlefields.
Well, coming up, several Torrance high schools put on a dance performance you have to see.
And California makes history when it comes to breastfeeding rights.
You're looking at the #1 cause of lung cancer. That's why the Surgeon General issued this warning. Now you're looking at the #1 cause of lung cancer for non-smokers. That's why the Surgeon General issued this warning. Radon is an invisible radioactive gas that seeps inside your home from underground. Whether you smoke or not, radon can cause lung cancer. Protect your family. Have your home tested. Call 1-800-SOS-RADON. Radon problems can be fixed.
Because my parents told me I have to be responsible.
Because my first coach told me, you can do this.
Because my boss showed me how to do a good job.
Because my teacher helped me see the choices.
I'm swimming faster than I ever dreamed.
I am a valuable employee.
I discovered that I could work as an artist.
I will be whatever I want to be.
Youth with disabilities should grow up expecting to work and succeed. For more information, visit whatcanyoudocampaign.com.
Providence Little Company of Mary Hospital here in Torrance has added a groundbreaking medical resource to their training tool that brings real-life scenarios to the operating table. Julie Parton has the story.
There is a new kind of training that the medical industry is beginning to use, and it's making life-saving differences.
70% of medical errors are a breakdown in communication. If you have nurses and physicians and others teaching together, training together, learning together, you're going to have better outcomes for your patients.
Clinical simulation involves lifelike patient simulators that breathe, display symptoms, and actually respond to treatment. Most of the scenarios are taken from real-life patient cases.
When the faculty goes into the control room, they adjust the mannequin to do different things. It might be to speak, it might be to stop breathing, it might be to increase his heart rate.
Providence Little Company of Mary applied for and received a $950,000 three-year grant from the UniHealth Foundation. With the funds, they built an innovative new lab where doctors, nurses, technicians, and even volunteers train together in the facility and debrief afterwards.
Simulation is very anxiety-provoking. You're performing in front of your peers. You have no idea what the scenario is going to be, which is very realistic, similar to patient care.
Over 1,200 physicians, nurses, and other staff will have the unique opportunity to participate in the ongoing training. Success is based off of improved teamwork, communication, and developed leadership skills.
Providence Little Company of Mary is the only standalone community hospital we've been able to find across the country that's doing this kind of work. So it's very unique for this size hospital.
Simulated hospital situations run the gambit and include frequent and rare cases such as stroke, heart attack, and hemorrhaging.
My hope always is that we are prepared for any type of event that occurs.
While the program is new and still being implemented, medical professionals who have participated in the lab are thrilled with the results.
This will help the communication of the healthcare team and thereby improve the patient safety.
It's really about the patients, always, when we're doing simulation. What is there, if anything, that we can do differently or better?
Clinical simulation is expected to become the standard of excellence in the medical industry over the next few years. I'm Julie Parton for This Week in Torrance.
Thank you, Julie. In a recent study by Thomson Reuters, Providence Little Company of Mary was named one of the nation's top 100 hospitals with intense training like the simulation lab. There's no doubt it will continue to lead the way in medical care.
California is leading the way in making history with the passing of a new law that protects mothers and their right to breastfeed. Reporter Wealthy Jenner has more.
Mothers like Rosalie Journo are beaming about the new law passed by Governor Jerry Brown. She reflects about once being told that she couldn't nurse her child at a facility that she belongs to.
She approached me and she was like, "You can't do that here." And I was just like, I was really stunned and embarrassed. My face got flushed. I didn't know how to react. My gut was telling me, wait a minute, I should be protected. But I couldn't stand up for myself at that point, and I was really ashamed of myself being a grown woman, and I couldn't stand up for myself.
Journo joined a group called the La Leche League that helps mothers worldwide breastfeed through mother-to-mother support and education. The South Bay chapter's leader, Katie Hamilton, encouraged her to stand up for her rights.
9 times out of 10, when you nurse in a public setting, you get a wink and a smile and a "go mom." But there are times where you do feel ostracized because you're nursing your baby, and I have been in situations where I've been told, actually one time, told to cover up. But what we are forgetting is that we have a law that protects us.
The law, formerly called AB 2386, makes California the first state to recognize breastfeeding mothers under the discrimination law in the workplace by the Fair Employment and Housing Act.
We have a right to breastfeed in any public place. So I want to make sure all moms know their rights, and I think that the more we are nursing in public and exercising our rights, the more we normalize breastfeeding.
The new law passed in January, and today, Journo finds a silver lining to her experiences.
It feels good that I've experienced this, and I've experienced a lot of the hard parts of breastfeeding, unfortunately, but that way I think I could help a lot of people.
Though the league was supporting their mothers long before the bill was passed, they're excited about the state support.
It's a wonderful law because women who do make the choice to breastfeed in the workplace shouldn't feel like they're at threat to lose their job or not be promoted, or just that they shouldn't have a fear of any sort of discrimination of any sort at all.
The mothers I've met with today are grateful for this new bill and hope it encourages mothers to feel safe and proud of their new protected freedom. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Wealthy Jenner.
Thanks, Wealthy. For more information on discrimination in breastfeeding, visit the governor's website at gov.ca.gov. And to learn more about the La Leche League, visit LLLI.org.
There's a new bar in town, but it's not the kind of bar where you can order a cocktail. Our reporter Wealthy Jenner has the latest on this beauty bar.
Co-owners of Poppy Beauty Bar, located in downtown Torrance, say the name they chose speaks volumes about who they are and why California's state flower represents them well.
Poppy came to us because we really took the fact that we are California-grown girls, and we really resonated with the fact that the Poppy stands for a really strong core, which both of us have, and we both are really into beauty and taking care of ourselves, and we felt that that flower was a great representation of us, and that's why we spent so much time and energy making Poppy really perfect.
The owners of the beauty bar, Rachel Clement and Brandy Sherrill, are not only Torrance residents, but former co-workers and friends. They decided to open Poppy in November of 2012 and include a green element in their business.
There's a lot of different controversy over the years over pedicure bowls and tubs and jets and all of that. We're trying to be as clean and sanitary as we can possibly be so that our guests are safe and taken care of. So we have the buckets with the liners that are removable, so everything that you touch is brand new, and you're not touching anything anyone else has touched before you.
With comfy chairs and buckets of hot water in place of the normal pedicure chairs found in other salons, Brandy and Rachel stay on the same theme of being clean and green to the environment and to their customers.
These products are some of the most natural products I've ever worked with. They're biogenic products, so that means that the skin and the body accepts them because it's what's in our own body. So the treatments can really change your skin in just one treatment.
And the customers come back time after time for their favorite treatments.
You can actually relax and you can actually fall asleep.
That's great.
So I'm excited to be here.
Throw a Poppy party, get a mani-and-pedi, or try out the waxing and facials here. I even tried my hands at the classic manicure.
What I'm getting done here is a fairly new trend in nail polish called gel nail polish. It's only $34 here at Poppy Beauty Bar, and they use OPI nail polish, which you can match your fingernails to your toenails. They also use LED lighting instead of UV rays, which is much faster and safer for the skin. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Wealthy Jenner.
Thanks, Wealthy. Check out Poppy Bar on Facebook or visit poppybeautybar.com to set up your day of pampering.
If you're looking for a little bling, there's a place in Torrance known to offer the best quality jewels. Valens Jewelry Store recently celebrated its 43rd anniversary with a special ribbon cutting ceremony. The Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce hosted a special event to commemorate the milestone.
We specialize in diamonds and colored stones and jade. We have certified appraisers and GIA gemologists on staff, and we love being out here, outside of the mall, serving our community.
With more than 40 years in the business, Valens has plenty of pieces to satisfy all of your jewelry needs. You can learn more about what they offer at valensjewelers.com.
Coming up after the break, we'll show you a dance collaboration you won't want to miss.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Crow, and I'm a musician and a mother, and this is Buttercup. She's also a mother, but not by choice. She's a survivor of a puppy mill. Buttercup spent her life in a dirty wooden hutch, forced to produce litter after litter. She never went to a veterinarian or a groomer. She never had a soft spot to rest or a kind touch. She existed this way in cruel isolation year after year. Puppy mills are mass production factories where mother dogs suffer their entire lives, producing nearly 100% of puppies sold in pet stores and on the internet. When these dogs are no longer able to produce, they are often destroyed. Buttercup's nightmare ended the day Animal Rescue Corps saved her life. She finally knows what it means to have a loving family. But for the millions of dogs suffering in the estimated 15,000 puppy mills across the United States, this nightmare continues. Animal Rescue Corps and I ask you to visit your local shelter or rescue when choosing your next animal companion. You will not only be saving a life, you will be helping put an end to this cruel industry. Please go to animalrescuecorps.org to learn more about ending puppy mills. Buttercup and I thank you.
It's that time of year again where rain or cold weather might ruin your outdoor activities and ability to get that Southern California suntan. So there are other options like spray tanning, but are there potential health risks associated with them? Reporter JZ Jeans has more.
Skin professionals everywhere would agree that UV rays from the sun and tanning booths pose a great risk to overall skin health. Less known is the potential effects of suggested tanning alternatives.
For many seeking a summer glow, spray tanning has been the safest option, but after recent findings, some are questioning whether it's the best choice.
Some members of the medical community have waved the red flag on spray tanning, citing the dangers of inhaling the skin-darkening chemical dihydroxyacetone, or DHA. Dermatologist Noah Kraft says it's too early to label the chemical a health threat.
I think when people are using something in a way it wasn't originally studied in, it's hard to say yes it's dangerous or yes it's not. The recent studies about DHA being dangerous are controversial.
DHA was FDA approved in the 1970s as an ingredient in tanning lotions and creams. With the arrival of spray tans, recent studies have found that inhalation of the chemical can potentially cause genetic mutations. Kraft says that despite the new research, DHA is still proven to be safe on the skin.
I usually recommend if you want to be tan, use a spray-on tan or a cream to put it on.
The tanning pill is another method that stimulates hormones that are involved in the natural tanning process. Kraft says that these pills, like spray tanning, need to be studied in greater depth. The bottom line for Dr. Kraft?
Getting a tan through ultraviolet, dangerous. Using tanning pills or spray-on tans, we don't have any evidence to suggest that that's going to be more dangerous for skin cancer yet.
For This Week in Torrance, I'm JZ Jeans.
For more information on spray tan safety, visit fda.gov.
Now let's go out to the sports desk where Juan Hernandez has a preview of what's to come.
Juan, what do you have for us?
Hey there, always good to have you guys checking in on us over here at the sports desk. This week, we tip off CIF playoffs for winter sports, and you know what? There's a lot of teams, basketball, soccer, you name it, that are absolutely tearing through their brackets early on, so we're going to give you an update on them. Also, with the end of winter sports coming, it also means the end of winter altogether. We catch up with some local surfers to see how they're soaking up what they can to wrap up another winter full of waves right here in the South Bay. I know you want to check it all out, so be sure to watch us every day at 4 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. right here on CitiCABLE 3.
Thanks, Juan. Recently, several Torrance High dance teams showed their dedication to the arts. Our reporter, Brittany Ben, has more on the story.
What started as a small dance recital at West High 14 years ago has now grown into a full-scale two-night production. With over 500 community members in attendance at the Armstrong Theater, the annual dance collaboration effort showcased the talents of North, West, and South High dance teams.
We've been working really hard for a few months now, working on this show. It's a great show, a lot of variety, and we hope that you enjoy it. Well, we don't hope, we know you are going to enjoy it. So thank you all for coming.
During her early years at West High, Terry Voris and a colleague came up with the idea to hold a combined performance between the high schools.
It was my second year teaching at West High, and I was just sitting down with the activities director, Marilyn Comeau, at the time, and we were just kind of brainstorming ideas of shows and things, and her and I thought it would be kind of a cool idea to have all the schools do a show.
As art programs slowly begin to disappear in our public schools, dance teacher Teresa Johnson says it's crucial to continue hosting events just like this one.
It's a good opportunity to allow the parents to see what the kids have been working on and allow administrators in the district to see this program is healthy and it's something that we'd like to keep and not get rid of.
Fully equipped with professional lighting and sound capabilities, the showcase spotlighted 146 high school dancers. Performances ranged from traditional Broadway and jazz routines to hip-hop and contemporary dance numbers.
She's in the class 18, stuck in her daydream.
After countless hours of rehearsing and preparing, West High dance captain Claire Herrera thinks this year's event will be the best yet.
I've done this for 3 years, once my freshman year, sophomore year, and this year, and honestly each year there's a lot of improvement from across the schools, north, south, and west. There's a ton of variety this year.
At the Dance Collaborative, the competitive intermediate and advanced members of the dance team not only get to perform and socialize with one another, but also get to be a part of something bigger.
I think the most important thing is for the girls to share this experience together. They all have this love for this art form, for dance. And so it's not even about the actual performance, it's just the fact that they get to share this together and inspire people within the community and also themselves.
Each year, the showcase continues to entertain the audience members as well as make the performers better dancers and more confident individuals.
This is an opportunity that is truly invaluable for the students so that no matter what they do in life, they can go out there with a presence and know that they're doing a good job.
If you've missed tonight's performances, don't worry, because North, South, and West High will all be holding additional performances in May and June.
Thank you, Brittany. More than $600 was raised over the course of the two-night recital for each of the 3 high schools' dance departments. Well, that's going to do it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain.
And I'm Chun. If you've missed any portion of our show, you can catch us again at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.